Good evening, sports fans, and we welcome you to South Lyon High School. It is October 26, 2018, and the Lions welcome in the Dexter Dreadnoughts in the pre-district round one playoff. We're rolling a little skeleton crew right now as cameraman Matt Boyer will be joining us later, and then Paul Zarati out of town tonight, so me and you, buddy.
All right, well, you'll be on the PA mic, and I'll be here doing a lonesome, but so we'll appreciate your patience with us tonight.
Yeah, well, I got you some material from the Michigan High School Athletic Association to help fill some dead air for you.
All right, I doubt there'll be much dead air tonight with these two teams.
No, I agree.
It's playoffs, right?
Yes, absolutely. Tough to get through the day productively, right?
Oh, it sure was, yeah. I mean, you just waiting for this night, you know. We've been waiting for every game this year.
Right.
When you go undefeated like this, every night has just been, can't wait to get out here, can't wait to get the game under wraps and, you know, get going. So I know the players all have little butterflies out there. They got the sophomores from JV up on the team. I don't know how many they brought up, but I know they brought a handful. And it's just an exciting time here tonight. So just can't wait for game time.
No, I agree. We are about 54 minutes away from kickoff. Actually, I was able to dig up some interesting facts today about this matchup. Brian, kind of surprised me. The two of these teams actually played every year from 1950 to 1978, except 1959, 1960, and 1961. Dexter actually leads the all-time series 14-12. And back then they were playing in the League of Lakes Conference and the Southeastern Conference. And actually for the Lions, when you look at their all-time games played, Dexter is number 10, and the Lions are number 7 on their list of teams played. So it's been a long time since these two teams have met. Like I said, 1978, the last time these two teams met. But it's the first time Dexter's made the playoffs. I'm sure they're excited. I got to imagine their fans will travel well as the Lion faithful are trickling in here right now. The weather's looking like some sprinkles. It's windy. It's overcast. It's playoff football weather. Brian, what do you think are some of the keys to tonight's game?
Well, the weather is one. Dexter's a throwing team, and we're more of a running team. But we do throw, and depending on how the opposition handles our run, we go to the air. So it'll be really key to see. If the rain holds off and it's just windy, it might be not an effect on the game. But that's Dexter's game. You know, they're 6-3 coming into the battle here tonight, and as you mentioned, first time in the playoffs, their first winning season since 2005.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So I know they're kind of anxious, and they don't want it to be their last game. We don't want it to be our last game.
Absolutely not.
So it's the one and done kind of format that gets you the best games of all.
Yeah,
my opinion.
No, I completely agree, and it's going to be, we in the regular season we'll use the term cliche, playoff-like atmosphere. We're going to really see it tonight. It'll be exponentially more intense. The crowd's going to be ready to rock. I've been getting phone calls all week about getting into the building and what's going to be happening. A lot of guys I haven't heard from in a long time. So a lot of people excited for the Lions. This is week 1 of the Michigan High School Athletic Association playoffs. Most of the games we played tonight, a lot of the Catholic leagues still play on Saturdays. We will know a lot of the results tonight, and we'll have to wait for some of them tomorrow. The Lions overall in their playoff record, 13-18. The team's made a couple long runs in the past, and we're looking forward to hopefully one here.
We sure are. And, when you look at the district, kind of glad we're opening up against somebody else other than in the league that we play. Right. It seems like the last 3 years that we were in the playoffs, we open up against KLA opponent or LVC opponent, and so this adds a little more. We really don't know much about this existing team. We got a couple games of film on them, and the stats and how they've done against other teams. So for the coaches, it'll be a challenge, and it'll be a night of adjusting to see what they actually see live on the field.
I agree with you. No predictions for me tonight. Not that we normally do that, but I guess I will predict that I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be it's going to be a playoff-like tight game down the stretch. So make sure you stick around. Brian McPhee going to handle the play-by-play duties tonight, and I'll be on the PA, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff and maybe some of the opening pregame ceremonies here in a moment.
Good evening, South Lyon football fans. I'm Brian McPhee. I've got Matt Boyer to my right on camera here, and Dan Pelchatz on the stadium PA system. And we're ready to kick off this playoff game. And it's the Dreadnoughts from Dexter returning at number 20. He's out to the 20. He's running along. We got a flag on the play. And he's tackled out there by number 6. Ian Goins, number 5. I'll need to get new glasses by the end of this season. We've got a great night for football here. It's pure fall football weather. A little cold, a little rainy. And it's the South Lyon Lions taking on the Dexter Dreadnoughts. The Dexter Dreadnoughts, they're 6-3 coming into the playoffs here. The Lions 9-0, the number 1 seed in points in District 2. Division 2. And we're just about ready to get underway with our first play of the game. And due to the penalty, they'll be starting on their own 9-yard line. Dexter comes out of the spread. Back at quarterback is number 12, Colin Parachek, who averages about 250 yards a game in the air. So they're definitely a passing team. We'll see if this weather affects them or not. And their first play is a handoff up the middle. And he gets through the Lions defense for about 7 yards. That's Mason Loudermilk, who's their leading ball carrier, number 44. They have receivers split to the left, twins. And it's the quarterback keeps it himself and gets across for the first down. Gun number 12, Colin Parachek, kept the ball and ran off around the end. So that'll be first down for Dexter at the 22-yard line. Parachek brings him out of the huddle. The Lions defense looking to make a stop here early on in the first quarter. And the sideline's a little more full with a few of the JV players that were brought up. And Pasternak looking back to pass. The rush is on. And it looks like it was completed for about a 6-yard gain there. With Mitchell Hanna putting the pressure on. So Dexter moving the ball. Second down and 2, an 8-yard gain there. Let's go over to the sideline for a new play. And it's a handoff up, and he goes nowhere. The Lions sniffed that one out, and looks like Loudermilk again on the carry, and Mitch Camoris in on the tackle, along with Gus Taylor, number 70. Gus has his own crowd down here cheering him on. So now 3rd and 1. We'll see what the Lions do here. And Dexter passes into the flat. And it looks like that was number 20, Antoine Ficklin. 21, Andy Durant. Correction on the completion. So again, a first down. Dexter's on their 38-yard line. And they pass off a little screen pass, and he's met there by Brendan Dancer makes the tackle after about a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain. And that again was number 21, again, Andy Duran, his second reception of the night. And Dexter on the move. And it's 20 in motion. They pass. And Gus Taylor is going to make the tackle there, along with another whole pride of Lions that made the stop. And he might have gained maybe a yard or two. We'll see where they mark that. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Dexter. And they switch out the quarterback and a variety of other players. So without seeing this team play before, we're not quite sure what's going on here, but it looks like it might be a Wildcat formation. And we got motion. That'll back them up. People got a little antsy back there. They had Andy Durand and Louderman in the backfield, and they just got a little antsy, took a step before the ball snapped. Parachek is back at quarterback. Well, that's 3rd and 9 for Dexter. They're calling the plays in from the sideline as the whole team's looking over that way to see what's called. Parachek drops back the pass. Kamaris is in on him, and he gets the ball off to number 20, I believe that is. And he gets a first down after narrowly escaping a sack. Kamaris was blitzing, and Pasterchak stepped up and made the play. Antoine Ficklin on the reception there. So that puts the ball at the Lions 43, 1st and 10. And they hand off again to Loudermilk, and he gains about 3 on that play. Jesse Powell is in on that, and Mitch Kamaris. Stephen Shelton also helping out on that. 2nd and 6 for Dexter. And it's a sweep around the left side. The Lions shut that down. Did a great job there of stretching that out. And number 21, the ball carrier, Andy Durant. And he gained just a couple yards on that one. We have Michael Dancer is out of the lineup tonight, and Evan DeFrank up from the JV team starting in his outside linebacker position. And it's a sweep around the right side this time. Number 20, and he just sneaks around and cuts it up for a first down. Antoine Ficklin, and he's got a first down. The Lions need to seal off that end out there, and just didn't do it that time. So that makes it 1st and 10 at the Lions 30. Man in motion. Loudermilk, and he's tackled. That's 21. Andy Durand brought down by Jesse Powell, number 30. Good play there by Jesse, holding his ground and then making the tackle. So that's 2nd and 9 for Dexter. Early on with 5:10 to go in the first quarter here. The Lions yet to get the ball. Dexter finally gets set. They got a man in motion. They drop back the pass. And Mitch Camoris just blitzed right through there, untouched, to bring down Parachek. That looks to be about a 7-8 yard loss. Great play by Mitch Camoris there, blitzing in from the right-hand side. And that'll make third down and long, third down and 17 for Dexter. And Dexter back to pass again. Jesse Powell almost gets him. He runs, and it's a long pass down to the goal line. And we have an interception down there by Jake Newman. Great coverage by Jake. And it'll be the Lions' ball. Well, the Lions come up with a big stop defensively there as Dexter was pretty much moving the ball downfield. So with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Lions finally get the ball. So here come the Lions on their own 3. Fracassi brings them out of the huddle. It's a handoff to Goins. Goins goes off tackle, and he's up through the 15-yard line. Nice 12-yard gain and first down for the Lions, and they're out of their own end, the shadows of their goalposts. Ian Goins just did a great job of utilizing his blockers and getting through that hole. So 1st and 10 from the 17. Make that a 14-yard gain for Goins. And Ian's in motion. Passes out to Ronnie Menard. He just can't reel it in. Ronnie had a blocker in front of them, and James Haddock. They just couldn't reel that one in. A little bit out of his reach. South Lyon, after coming off a big win against South Lyon East, our buddies over there did make the playoffs. They're playing Ortonville Brandon tonight. We wish them good luck. And here goes Goins again. He's out to the 35 to 40, getting almost to midfield before he's brought down there by Parachek, the quarterback. Great run by Goins. So the Lions, another first down at the 48-yard line.
Yes.
We got Steve Shelton split out to the right. Goins again. And what great blocking up there by the offensive line.
Yep.
We have Ryan Jarl up there out front, helping to lead the way. Cole Stadler.
43.
I know Paul would be killing me if I didn't call out those guys after a big run like that, because that's where it starts, right at the line of scrimmage.
I know, we'll take it.
So 2nd and 1 from Dexter's 43-yard line. And Goins across for the first down. He gets out across the 40 down to about the 38 or 37. 39, we'll call it.
Oh, is that who that is?
So the Lions moving along here. 1st and 10 from the 39 of Dexter. Percassi drops, he gives it to Goins, keeps it himself, and he's up the middle for about 6 yards. Percassi on read, run, react. Got himself about 6 yards there, so it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Lions. That's Lucas Doty bringing into play. He's one of the JV players that came up for this playoff game and getting some action. And it's a sweep to the right. Goins again across for the first down and more. Again, we had number 52, Cole Statler, out there in front. Doing a great job leading the way.
It's hard to tell when there's 50 guys. 22.
So the Lions down to the 22-yard line of Dexter. Lions come out. They got Jake Newman on top on the left, and James Haddock, and I can't catch the other number there, split out left. And the ball's up, and it's a touchdown. Looks like it was Ronnie Menard. Ronnie Menard was wide open out there, and Connor Percassi threw a perfect pass, hitting Menard right in stride, and the Lions go up 6-0 here with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Connor McCullum is here to hold. And handling the kicking duties is Connor Harris, number 38. And we've got offsides. Dexter trying to intimidate the Lions a little bit there, but they jumped offside. Maybe half the distance to the goal. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Lions, with 50 seconds left in the first quarter, score first, make it 7-0. It's Connor Harris to kick off to Dexter. Harris puts a boot in it, and it is deep. That's going to be a touchback as he put it in the end zone in the air. Great leg there by Connor Harris. All right, here we go. Dexter with their second possession of the game. And Colin Parachek, the quarterback, he's a pretty good athlete. Has gotten out of trouble several times for first down. So see if the Lions can't get a big stop. Parachek stop back to pass. He's got good protection. There's good coverage down there, and he throws the ball away, and a receiver came back and caught it. That was number 20, Antoine Ficklin. It looked like he was just throwing it away to save his soul. And receiver came back, made a great play coming back on the comeback route to make a catch on there. And it's first down. That puts the ball at the 31 of Dexter. And that was Mitchell Hanna who had the pressure in on him. He's back to pass again. And that's 44 is out across midfield down to the 40, down to the 38-yard line. That was Mason Loudermilk. And a great play there by Dexter as they set that up perfectly and just took advantage of the aggressiveness of the Lions. So the Lions were all back deep in coverage, and they just dumped that ball over the line, and Loudermilk took it the rest of the way for a first down at the Lions' 38-yard line. And it's Parachek looking over to the sideline, and we've got a end of the quarter with the Lions up 7-0, and Dexter charging. They're down to the 38-yard line with the first down. We'll be back at the start of the second quarter after this. Here we are with the start of the second quarter. Pasterchuk with the quick pass out to 21. And he's met immediately by a Pride Lions there after about a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6 there for Dexter. At 21 again, Andy Duran has been a go-to guy here for the Dexter tonight. And Duran goes in motion. He takes the handoff. He goes around end. Tries cutting up, and Lions do a pretty good job of sealing him off. He did get a couple of yards there. We had Steven Shelton, Gus Taylor in on that tackle. Also Mitch Kamaris. So it's going to be third, and they're giving it 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2. And we'll see what the Lions do here. We got Evan DeFrank at the linebacker spot replacing and his handoff up the middle for a first down. It's Loudermilk, number 44, the workhorse from the backfield, and their leading ground gainer for the season. But they get a first down to the 21-yard line of the Lions. It's a 9-yard gain for Loudermilk. Still running out of the gun. A handoff. Go. Oh, Evan DeFrank broke that pass up, and he would have been hard to catch if he had been able to hang on to that. Andy Duran, the intended receiver there, and DeFrank, his first varsity game, made a great play stepping in there. He was a quarterback for the JV team this past year. And a heck of an athlete. That makes it 2nd and 10. Dexter gets the play from the sideline. Passing back, pass over the middle. And that goes incomplete. Intended for number 18. That is Zach Kuhn. Kuhn was the intended receiver. Make it 3rd and 10. So 10:23 left in the half. Dexter's on the Lions' 21-yard line, and it's 3rd and 10. Parachek passes to 21, and we got a touchdown for Dexter. 20 was the receiver on that, Antoine Ficklin, and he just zigged and zagged his way through the Lions defense. So that makes it 7-6 early on in the second half here. Andy Duran's going to hold. And number 3, Kyle Kurska was the kicker. He ties the game up with 10:15 in the second half, 7-7. Okay, back handling the kicking duty, or kick return duties, we've got number 13, Evan DeFrank. And then off Keegan McGrath is back there along with Mitch Kamaris. And the kick is off and deep And that's into the end zone, out of the end zone. Heck of a foot on that number 3, Carl Kurska. The Lions will start on their own 20. Fracassi brings him out. Hand off to Goins. And he's off tackle up for about 3 or... Let's see, he's going to get 3-4 yards on that carry. Number 57 for Dexter, Nathan Norris, makes the tackle. The Lions come out. They got McGrath and Haddock split out to the left along with Ronnie Menard. Goins goes in motion, pass out to him with blockers in front. He gets around the corner, and he's up out at about the 35-yard line. And the fans got a little excited over there as the tackle was made. It looked like after Goins was out of bounds, but we've got a... well, the referees are talking here. I didn't see a flag come out, but now the chain gang's moving up. We've got late hit called on Dexter. The flag was on the player's side of the field there where we couldn't see it. They'll give some additional yardage tacked on to that play. And that'll move the ball out to the 49-yard line for the Lions. It'll be 1st and 10. McGrath in motion. Hand off to Goins, back to the left side. And he gets about 4 yards on that carry, and he's tackled by number 42, David Kresge. Kresge coming over from his linebacker position to make the tackle. A 3-yard gain for Goins. They're bunched up on the left. Out to McGrath, and he's got about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. That's Keegan McGrath. And that'll put the ball at about the 42-yard line of Dexter. And it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 1, they're going to call it. The Lions come out again. They've got receivers split out left and right. Goins behind Fracassi. He's got Ronnie Menard in front of him, runs the option. He pitches out to Goins. Goins takes off around end, and he's got the 1st down. Ronnie Menard out front leading the blocking. And that moves the ball down to the Dexter 35-yard line. 8:33 in the second quarter. Got Haddock and McGrath split out to the right. Jake Newman on the left. The lone split out there. McGrath comes in motion. Hand off to Goins. Goins takes off up the middle. And he's gained about 5 yards there on that carry. And on the tackle was Nathan Bauer, 54 for Dexter. And we've got a player down. And we'll take a timeout for this injury timeout. Be back in a moment. Well, even Goins comes off on his own power. Everyone's kind of patting him on the head there. It looks like he's going to be okay. Maybe just a bruise. And Fracassi keeps it himself. Tries to get off tackle there, and he's tackled by several Dreadnoughts. 57, Nathan Norris was in there, along with 23. Well, we didn't get that number right, sorry.
That's huge. No, there's not a whole lot for the 14 minutes. Just the minuses.
The Lions come out of the huddle.
Yes, they do have pressure.
We got Dominic Santoni in the backfield to the right of Fracassi, number 4. Fracassi looking back to pass. He dumps it off to Santoni, and he's met right immediately at the line of scrimmage. So they tried that little draw screen, and Dexter defended it perfectly. Evan Chappell was in on that tackle, number 4.
Oh, it was -1. You're right. Number 4 is Chapel. Oh yeah, not Chapel.
So that'll make it 4th down and 6 for the Lions from the 31-yard line. They're going to go for it. Fracassi back to pass. And he's got Ronnie Menard, who makes a great diving catch over the middle. That little seam route there. Fracassi threw a great pass where only Menard could get it. He stretched out that big 6'4" body and hauled it in for a 1st down. Great play by the Lions there. Good blocking up front to give Fracassi the time he needed and for Menard to get open. So that's 1st down for the Lions at the 11-yard line. Fracassi looking to pass again. He's got Menard. He's down to the 5 and bulldozes his way right to the goal line. And it's a touchdown. Ronnie Menard did a great job there. He had a couple of his teammates out in front of him. 62. Ryan Jarl got out there in front of him to help. And the Lions go up 13-7 with 5:43 left here in the 2nd quarter. It's Connor McCullum to hold. Connor Harris to kick. And again, Dexter jumps off sides. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. And they keep the kicking team out there.
Not really, just makes it. No.
Harris' kick is up and good. Making a score 14-7 with 5:43 left in the 2nd quarter. The Lions are up. We'll be right back with the kickoff. Well, it's been an offensive battle here tonight. Neither team has punted yet, and 2 possessions each team. The Lions did stop Dexter on their first possession with an interception at the goal line, and the Lions have scored on each of their possessions. Score 14-7 with 5:43 to go. And Connor Harris with the kickoff, and he squibs it down to the 25. 21, Andy Duran has that, and he returns it for about 10-yard gain. And then he'll put the ball at about the 37, 38-yard line of Dexter. So here come the Dreadnoughts starting at their own 39-yard line. We'll see if the Lions can't come up with a defensive stop here. Loudermilk up the middle, and he's met there by Brendan Dancer, along with number 54, Mitchell Hanna, in on the stop. So that's 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Colin Parachek, quarterback for Dexter. He hands up, and it's a quick pass out to 21 again. Andy Duran. And he's brought down there by Mitch Camoris and Steve Shelton. I'll tell you that Parachuk has a quick release. The Lions have gotten to him a couple of times, but more times than not, he's gotten rid of it. So again, they're calling the plays in from the sideline. There's 20 in motion. He gets the ball. And that's 20. Antoine Fickle, and he's forced out of bounds with no gain. Actually, a 1 yard loss there, and tackle made by Jake Newman. The Lions got a few new wrinkles in on that defense, but they're back to pass again. Looking deep and throws it to the sideline, and we have 28. Jack Schaefer was there to disrupt that pass, intended for number 20, Antoine Ficklin. So the ball at the 49-yard line is 3rd and 11 for Dexter. And we got a timeout. South Lyon Lions with the timeout. They're first. We'll be back. All right, here we go. We got a big play for the defense, and it's 3rd and 11 for Dexter. And they work out of the gun. He's looking downfield, and he just overthrows. Parachuk overthrew number 9 there, which is Alex Mills. So it looked like a little confusion on the signs as to what route to run. Zigging instead of zagging. So that'll force Dexter to into a punting situation, 4th and 11 from the 49-yard line. Brendan Dancer is dropping back deep in place of his brother Michael, who's out with a shoulder injury suffered this week. And the kick is off. And that's going to go into the end zone. It'll bring it back out to the 20 for the Lions. And right back with the Lions and their possession. Here we go. Fracassi brings them out, starting at their own 20-yard line. We've got 3:45 left in the game with the Lions up 14-7. Fracassi hands off to... I didn't see who's in there for Goins. It looks like it's Santoni, number 4. Dominic Santoni had a good game last week. He ripped off a big run. And he picks up about 7 yards on that carry. Santoni, a 5'10", 175-pound senior. Done a good job in place of Goins this year. And it's back out to Menard, and he gets across for the first down. Nice pass by Fracassi. Got it out to Menard, and he got a chance to get a little head of steam and got the first down. Let him put the ball at the 32-yard line. The Lions have Nathan McMaster split out wide left. Haddock is up top. And it's Santoni again. He breaks off tackle. And he's up to the 40-yard line before he's brought down there by number 23, for Dexter is Jordan Watson. Also, number 10 is in our Noah Mitchell. So the Lions out on their own 40-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Fracassi keeps it. He pitches out to Santoni, who's out across for the 1st down and more. And he gets out to the 45-yard line, maybe the 44. And he took one of the Dreadnoughts for a ride out there for a couple of yards. And the Lions, another 1st down. We got 1:54 to go here in the in the first half, 2nd quarter. And it looks like we had a penalty there. Face mask called against Dexter. That moves the ball all the way down to the 29-yard line. Fracassi back to pass. He rolls out. He's under pressure. Throws it down the sideline and just gets rid of it. And we got a flag down. Oh, they're going to call grounding on that one. That's a tough penalty to take right there, I'll tell you. It looked like Fracassi was out of the pocket, but there wasn't a Lion receiver in range out there. That's a big penalty against the Lions, where they go from the 29-yard line all the way back down to the 45-yard line, and it's a loss of down. It's going to make it 2nd down and a bunch. They got to get down, looks like, to the 20-yard line, so it's 25 yards for a 1st down. Menard in motion. Hand off to Santoni, and he just gains a couple of yards. Well, 1:27, and the clock's running here in the 2nd quarter. Lions don't seem to be in any hurry to get a playoff here. They still have some timeouts left, and Jake Newman's going in for Steve Shelton as Jake takes a play into the huddle. We're just down to under a minute to play in the first half. With the Lions up 14-7. Fracassi hands off to Santoni again, and he's up the middle for about 5 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down from the 40-yard line. They need to get down to the 20. And we'll be right back after this timeout on the field. So the Lions are going to punt it away here with 41 seconds to go. And it looks like it's Menard, and he's going to take off and try to run it. And he's got it out to the 30-yard line, down maybe to the 33. Not too bad of a call there. No risk of a return, and use some time up off the clock. So Dexter's going to take over at the 38-yard line, it looks like, with 32 seconds remaining.
Yeah, what are we up to?
28-yard line, I'm sorry. Number 12, Parachuk, back in the gun, and he's going to pass. Looks out to the side, and is broken up there by Jesse Powell. Gets those big paws up and knocks down the pass. I think that's about his 3rd or 4th pass breakup that he's had this year. from that defensive end position, and great job there. So that's 2nd and 10 with 29 seconds to go. Parachek to pass. We got a blitz on. Camoris in. Gus Taylor's taking the ball downfield. Oh my gosh. 2 Lions ran into each other, popped the ball up in the air, and Dexter got the breakup. It was Mitch Camoris and Evan DeFrank, both in the same area, that went for the ball. And that ball just popped up in the air. And I don't know what to say on that one, folks. It just, that's a freak touchdown. All right, Dexter with the extra point, and the kick is up, and it's good. And we got a tie ball game with 14 seconds left in the half. What a turn of events out there. Lions were marching. Then they got an intentional grounding call. It certainly looked like Connor Fracassi was out of the box beyond the tackles. So we got a loss of down in that. And then we give the ball back to them. Looked like we were breaking up that pass, and it bounces up in the air. And Dexter catches a tip drill and runs it in for a touchdown. And it's number 3 kicking off for Dexter, Carl Kurska. He puts a foot into it and back to get it there. Up, and they're calling it a touchback. Oh, no, he's going. Evan DeFrank gets out to the 30-yard line. And we got a little tussle out in midfield. The rest are just going to let that one go. Evan DeFrank with a great return. Looked like he might have stepped into the end zone, but the refs let that go. And the sophomore had a nice 30-yard or so return there. Yep, the ball's marked right at the 30 where the Lions will get it. They may get 1 or 2 plays off, so we'll see what they do here. And it looks like they're just going to go into the locker room tied. And that's what they do. So that'll be the final play of the first half with the Lions 14. The Dreadnoughts 14, and we'll be back with the second half in a moment. All right, well, welcome back, fans. We're here at the start of the second half with the Dreadnoughts kicking off to the Lions. And the kick is off and deep and into the end zone. And out of the end zone. That'll put the Lions at the 20-yard line, where they'll start with the game tied, 14-14. What an end we had to that first half, with Dexter coming out with the luck of the draw, so to speak, with a tip ball and no one there but the end zone between for the receiver that caught that. So the Lions are going to start the second half here, and it looks like Ian Goins may be back in the lineup. And he is. And he's running to the right, off to the up, and Fracassi actually kept it. They ran along there in tandem. And I don't think they knew who to tackle. So nice play there. Nice pickup of about 7 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Lions from the 27-yard line. We'll see how the Lions did with making adjustments after watching that first half and seeing what they learned from what Dexter's handing out there. Fracassi in the gun. He's got McGrath in motion. Fracassi keeps it. He goes back up the middle and just gets back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. They'll give him 2 yards. It's 3rd and 2 now for the Lions from their 28-yard line. just started the second half if you're joining us. It's an exciting playoff game here in the jungle. Percassi sends McGrath in motion. And it's Goins, he takes his, trying to pick a hole there, and he's hit by number 4, Evan Chupel. And that'll make it 4th and 2, and the Lions are going to punt. They've got number 13, Evan DeFrank, back there with Ronnie Menard, number 15. Their dual punter stance. The Lions are spread out all over the place, and Menard with the kick. He gets it past midfield down to about the 45, 43-yard line where it rolls dead. And Dexter will take over there at their own 43-yard line. 44-yard line. All right, and Dexter with their first possession. And a quick pass out to the side. And we've got a flag immediately as the pass was thrown right at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what that call is. Andy Duran made the reception and gained a couple of yards on that. But they're going to push Dexter back. And that'll be a 10-yarder for holding. It's from the spot of the foul. That moves them all the way back to the 33-yard line, and it'll be first down again. 1st and 20. And he's back with the pass. Schaefer with the blitz on there almost got to him. And had to hurry that pass, and it fell incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down and 20. Good play there by Jack Schaefer. Dexter breaks the huddle. One running back to the right of the quarterback. And a big rush in there. And the pass is out and caught by number 9. And it looks like it's going to be a first down there. That's Alex Mills, the tight end. And he caught that ball in traffic. It hung on to it. And that moves a ball into Lion territory at the 45-yard line of the Lions. Pericek made a great throw on that one. He's back to pass again, and Jesse Powell chasing him. And that ball is thrown out of bounds. And Lion fans are calling for intentional grounding because it would look just like the play at the end of the half that Fracassi was called on. So a good thing you can't hear some of the things the fans are yelling. It's 2nd and 10 from the 45 of the Lions for Dexter. They look over to the sideline for the call from the coach. Calling for the fans here getting excited. We got a full house here on both sides of the stadium. And the pass is out to 21. A little screen pass, and the Lions do a pretty good job of covering that one as he only gets a couple yards. Jack Schaefer's over there, Mitch Kamaris. A couple of our D linemen. Mitchell Hanna. So that's 3rd and 8 for Dexter. You got twin split left and right. Loudermilk to the right of Parachek. And the blitz is on. And he's got a pass. He gets it out to number 9. And it's just out of his outreached arms. Jake Newman was back there in coverage. That Parachek, I'll tell you, he's an escape artist out there. It looked like the Lions had him about 2 or 3 different times. And he was able to get the pass out. But it fell incomplete. So that'll bring 4th and 8 for Dexter. We got Brendan Dancer deep. Carl Kurska handling the kicking duties. And he kicks that down, trying to go for the old coffin corner, and he gets it out just at the 10-yard line. The Lions will start 1st and 10 from their own 10. And here come the Lions. 1st and 10, Goins in the backfield. Ronnie Menard out leading the block. Goins makes a sidestep, and he gets up to, and he's knocked out of bounds there by number 23. As Jordan Watson. Not until after about a 7-yard gain there by Goins. Ought to be 2nd and 4 for the Lions. Cassie brings him out. He's got Goins to the right. Percassi rolling out. He pitches out to Goins. Goins cuts it up off tackle. And we'll see where they mark that. It's going to be close, and it is a 1st down as the chain gang moves. The little option play has been pretty successful for the Lions tonight. Picking and choosing when they use that and getting the yardage they need for a 1st down. Good blocking also on that play. And here we go. Percassi, they're running it out to the left this time. Goins has it. He has one guy to beat to get around N, and he gets up. And he's forced out of bounds after about 8 or 9 yard carry. We'll see where they mark that one. It's going to be inside the 30. And we got a flag on the play. They're signaling it's against the Lions, and that's going to bring that ball back. One thing, if you notice out on the field tonight, the referee crew is 5 referees, where during the season we had 7. MHSAA choosing to go with 5 as opposed to the 7 that the teams run during the year. So that'll be 1st and 20. Percassi going to pass. And that fall is incomplete, intended for Ronnie Menard. Trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that makes it 2nd and 20. So we'll see what the Lions bring up here. We've got 6:07 left in the 3rd quarter here in the Lions playoff game with Dexter. And McGrath in motion, and he's got the ball. And he runs into number 20. 29, I'm sorry. It's Francis Fifilski. Oh, now it's 3rd and 15 for the Lions. Big play here for the Lions. We got Jake Newman and Ronnie Menard split to the left. Menard goes in motion. Fracassi looking down for Newman, and that's just thrown over his hands. Nice route by Newman. He got deep enough for the first down. And Fracassi just overthrew him. So that'll be a punting situation here for the Lions now. We got Evan DeFrank back with Ronnie Menard. And they have 4th and 15 from the 15. Menard off to the side. Kicks, the ball gets out. It gets a nice roll, rolling out to the past the midfield stripe. And it's out down to the 48-yard line of Dexter. So Dexter will start on their own 48 with 5:02 left in the third quarter. Here we go. Dexter from their 48. And it's Andy 21. And he's thrown for a loss by a Pride of Lions there. Back to the 45-yard line, a loss of 3. And he just named everybody that's on the defense, and they were in on that tackle. Lions did a great job of stretching that out and not letting them any penetration upfield. So it'll be 2nd and 13. And they, again, look over to the sideline for the play. Parachuk hands off to Loudermilk, and Brendan Dancer with the big hit there, upending Loudermilk, but not before he got about 4 yards on the carry. That's now 3rd and 13. 3rd and 4, I'm sorry. Loudermilk picked up 10 yards on that carry. And the Lions bouncing around in and out. And the pass downfield. And number 9 there, covered by Jake Newman. That was Alex Mills, who had his hand on Newman the whole way, trying to keep separation. And we've got a conference in the middle of the field. There's holding against Dexter. That'll move him back 10 yards. Here comes Dexter. It's 3rd and 14. And a double move by and that one's almost picked off by Brendan Dancer. And Jake Newman and Alex Mills ended up in a twisted knot. But great defense there by the Lions. Well, that'll be 4th and 15. And they'll be punting. Parachek made a little pump move there to get Mills to do a double move, and Newman didn't fall for it. He stayed right with him, stride for stride. Great coverage, and Steven Shelton came in and deflected the pass. And here's the punt. It's kind of off the foot. And Brendan Dancer is taken down immediately by number 20, Antoine Fricklin. And now there's going to be a penalty on the play. Flag thrown. South Lyon fans are thinking that it's in their favor. We're waiting for the call. Appeared to be a little extracurricular activity after the tackle. And they're starting to step that off against Dexter. So unsportsmanlike conduct against the Dreadnoughts. And that'll bring the ball out to the 41-yard line of the Lions, where they'll start 1st and 10. 3:16 to go in the third quarter. Ronnie Menard in motion. Hand off to Santoni. He's off tackle. Gets up the field for 10 yards. He's got almost a first down there. He's all the way to the 50. We'll see where they mark that one. Santoni with a great run. Number 14, Sean Callahan on the tackle for the Dreadnoughts. And it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Lions. Santoni again in the backfield behind Fracassi. He takes a handoff up the middle and he gets the first down. A fleet of Dreadnoughts met him there.
Yes.
So the Lions across midfield and a first down starting at Dexter's 48-yard line. It's been a great game here tonight. And as Santoni works his way along the line and gets up to the 45-yard line, so a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards there. They're unpiling everybody there. It's 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Santoni doing some hard running out there.
Yeah. I assisted 8.
Second and 7 for the Lions. Fracassi has, looks like Mitch Camoris off to his right. And he's running and bowls over one of the Dreadnoughts. Mitch Camoris, just a hard downhill runner. And we got a penalty. Thrown it may have been on the sideline or they're not sure, but somebody didn't like something. We'll await the call from the referees here.
We're waiting. There's a flag. We're waiting.
It may have just been a sideline warning against the Lions. So the flag was picked up. First and 10 from the 35 for the Lions. And here goes Camoris again. And he's met by a host of Dexter players there.
Oh, wonderful.
So the Lions have 2nd down and 9 from the 33. Because he has Camaris in the backfield with him. Ronnie Menard out to the right. Pass out to Tegan McGrath. And he gains a few yards on that play. It looks like maybe he picked up about 4 yards there, so it'll be 3rd and 2. 5-yard gain, pickup. Third and 2 from the 33. Fracassi running the play out to the huddle. And it looks like we're going to let the time run out in the quarter. And the third quarter ends with the score still tied 14-14 between South Lyon and Dexter. We'll be right back for the start of the last quarter. All right, here we go with the start of the fourth with the Lions with the ball. 3rd and 2 from the 33. And we got a flag. One of the Dexter players jumped. Wait for the official call on this one, but it is offsides, and it'll be a first down for the Lions. It'll be first down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. And Fracassi back to pass. He's got James Haddock in the and Haddock jumped up in the outstretched arms and just couldn't hang on to it. Great effort there by James Haddock. Fracassi just a little strong on that pass, but Haddock was open and leaped about as high as he could leap and had his outstretched hands and just missed bringing that one in. So 2nd and 10 now. And Fracassi hands off to number 7, again Mitch Camaris, and he picks up a few yards on that. It took forever to let that one go. I think Fracassi thought he might have had a chance, but then saw it best to give it to Camaris. So we've got 3rd and 4 from the 16-yard line. Camaris still in the backfield, along with Ronnie Menard. And it goes to Camaris, and he's stopped short of the first down. That'll make it 4th down. And they'll be just short of the 15-yard line. They need to get to the 13 for a first down. We got 10:42 to go in the game here. And the Lions are going to go for 4th, and the scoreboard shows 3rd and 2, and down marker is 4th down. I'm going to guess it is 4th down. And Fracassi calls a timeout. Wanted to make sure they got everything squared away. We'll be right back after this timeout. So here we go. 4th and 2. Oh, and we had a Lion jump this time. I think the Lions were going to try and draw them off sides, and that'll move them back 5 yards. Move the ball back to the 20-yard line. Looks like they're still going to go for it. Nope, they're bringing on the field goal team.
Maybe. Maybe it'll be a field goal.
So, we got 10-17 to go in the fourth quarter here. The Lions are lining up for a field goal. This will be kicking it from the 28. That's a 42-yard field goal. And it's down, it's up, and it's good. That was a 37-yard field goal by Connor Harris to put the Lions up 17-14. And the fans are excited here. We'll be right back for the Lions kickoff. All right, Connor Harris getting ready to kick off here, and we got to give credit to Connor McCullum for a great job in getting the snapped out and the hold for Harris to put that through the uprights. And this one is caught at the 5. He's back to the 15, the 20. Oh, and he is gone. And he's down to the 15. He only has a kicker to beat. And we just got that return for a touchdown.
95 yards, Andy.
What a return there by Andy Duran. Took it 95 yards to put Dexter up 20-17. And they'll be out for the extra point. I'll tell you, it's been a heck of a game. The third quarter, no scoring, and fourth quarter we start off with a field goal by the Lions and then a kick return by Dexter. And the kick is up, and that's good, making it 21-17. And we'll be back with Dexter's kickoff in a moment. All righty, here we go. Fracassi, ready for the snap. Hands off to Santoni, number 4. And he's met at the line of scrimmage there. Not much success there at all. We got a player down. We'll have a timeout and come back and see what's going on there. Here we go. So Dominic Santoni walks off under his own power. Fracassi back to pass, and he's going to scramble and run with it. He's got a guy to beat to get to the sticks, and he does get past the first down marker. Nice scramble by Fracassi there to get the first down. That'll put the ball at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. Yes. 1st and 10 for the Lions. It looks like Ian Goins is back in the backfield, number 5. Fracassi takes the snap. He pitches out to Goins, and Goins is met by 3 players there. 48-4, 84-23. Sounded like a lottery ticket he got hit by. Jake Newman bringing the play in from the sideline. And here we go. It's 2nd and 12 as there was a loss of 2 yards in that last play. Fracassi to pass. He's got some blocking. And he's hit hard by number 6 there. Didn't look like he was giving himself up to get out of bounds. So a good clean hit there. So we'll see where that ball gets marked. It's at the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 42 for a first down. So it'll be third and, well, they were calling it 3rd and 1. Lively crowd on both sides of the field here tonight. Because he has Mitch Kimura in the backfield with them, and he got the first down and more. Nice run there by Mitch Kimura as he picked up about 7 yards. That'll put the ball down at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Mitch Kimura's doing a great job of getting those much-needed yards. We got 8:16 to go in the 4th quarter here. Fracassi is going, he's behind him. There's a pass out to James Haddock, and he's open, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. James Haddock did a great job of getting open. Connor Fracassi found him, threw it right to him, and Haddock scampered into the end zone for a touchdown. That makes it 23-21 for the Lions. I know that young man's got a smile on his face right now. That brings on Connor Harris and McCullum to hold. McCullum gets the snap, and Harris puts it up, and it's good. Making the score 24-21 for the Lions here with 7:56 to go in the 4th quarter. The Lions getting ready to kick off, and Dexter with 20, Antoine Ficklin, and 21, Andy Duran back deep. Those are 2 dangerous kick returners, and Lions elect not to kick it to them, and it's down right at the 32-yard line. Alex Mills fielded that ball. So they'll start at their 32-yard line. Dexter taking their time. They're talking it over as to what they're going to come out with. The Lions are ready to go on defense. And here come the Dreadnoughts. They're back to pass, and they're throwing deep right off the bat, and he's overthrown. Intended for number 20, Antoine Ficklin, and Parachek's pass was just too deep for him. He had a step on the defensive man, but they tried to go for it real quick. Dexter looking over to the sideline for the call. It's 2nd and 10. They got twins split to the right. And they got a guy wide open out there. Number 9, Mills with the catch. Brendan Dancer on the tackle, and that was a huge gain as they get into Lion territory all the way down to the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, 7:40 to go. And this is a dangerous passing team, I'll tell you that. Loudermilk up the middle, and he gains about 5 or 6 yards. So it's 2nd and 5 for the Dreadnoughts. Loudermilk in the backfield, along with Parachek. And it's given to Loudermilk again, and Jesse Powell makes a tackle there along with Jack Schaefer. And he just gets a couple of yards. He'll give him 3 yards on the carry and make it 3rd and 2. So Dexter trying to come from behind. 6:37 left in the game. Loudermilk again up the middle. And Jack Schaefer sticks him there, but not before he gets the first down. And so that'll put the ball at the 21-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Dreadnoughts. Parachek getting a sign. Got Loudermilk in the back. And the snap, give it to up. Parachek keeps it. He's going to run it himself. And he gets down inside the 10-yard line on that. And it's a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Call it the 10. Lions defense needs to stiffen up here. Loudermilk again up the middle, and he's stuffed there by a Pride of Lions. They got Mitch Camoris is in there. Number 64, Michael Gassner. So that's 2nd and 10. To borrow a line from Mickey Redmond, no place for a nervous person, and it's Patrick keeps it himself. He throws it, and they're going to call him out of bounds. So they did the old give and go, and the defense came up to get the quarterback, and he pulled short of the line of scrimmage and threw the ball into the end zone, but it was caught out of bounds. So that'll make it 3rd and 10. It was number 18 on the Zach Kuhn was intended receiver. If they had instant replay, I think the coach would be calling for instant replay on that play, but. So here we go, 3rd and 10. And Parachek looking to pass. And it's deflected back there by Evan DeFrank. Had good coverage front of the receiver, and that's going to make it 4th and 10. And the Dreadnoughts are going to go for the field goal here with 5:08 left in the 4th quarter. So from the 10-yard line, this will be a 27-yard field goal. And the kick is up and good. We've got a tie ball game at 24-24. And we'll be back for the kickoff. Here we go, and Carl Kurska going to kick off. The game tied here with 5 minutes to go. And Kurska puts a boot in it, and Evan DeFrank is back to receive it, and it goes into the end zone. So the Lions will be starting 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The Lions starting on their own 20. Fracassi has keeps it himself, goes off around end. And he's picked up about 3 yards. Jack Schaefer in the backfield now. Well, it looks to be about 2nd and 4, 3 or 4. From the 27, it'll be 2nd and 3. And Fracassi takes the snap. He gives it to Schaefer. Schaefer plows over to the 30-yard line. You can see where they mark that. And it's a first down. So the Lions 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Fracassi with Schaefer to his left. And Fracassi keeps it, using Schaefer as a lead blocker. And he picks up a few yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Haddock and McGrath split out to the right. Newman out to the left. Camoris in the backfield. Hand off to Camoris, and he just plows his way up the line there for about a 5-yard gain. 7-yard gain. He gets enough for the first down. Great blocking there again by the offensive line. So the Lions have 1st and 10 on the 42. Fracassi takes the snap, give it to Camoris. Camoris goes off tackle to the left side, right side, and he's just bulldozing his way down there, carrying Dreadnoughts with him, showing his power and strength. And he's out right to the 50-yard line. 49-yard line. He needs to get across the to the 51 for a first down. So it's 2nd and 1 right now for the Lions. The Lions bring it up to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, they are missing holes, a lot of holes.
Fracassi keeps it. And he gets out across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. That's a first down for the Lions. They'll stop the clock as they move the chains. We've got 1:55 to go in the game here. Here come the Lions. McGrath and Haddock split out to the right. Passes out to McGrath. He keeps it. He out across the 40 down to the 38 maybe. And that'll put the ball at the it'll be about 2nd and 5 right now. And it's Camoris again out across the 30. And he's got another first down. 1:04 to go. And that'll move the change and stop the clock for a moment. Here come the Lions. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Passing.
They're passing. Fracassi gets to throw down. Oh my gosh! Intended for Ronnie Menard, and number 4 had his hands on it. Evan Chupel, and he couldn't hang on to it. And that'll stop the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31.
It's right in your hands. That was a very bad pass.
Fracassi rolling out to his right and just couldn't get enough on it. Menard was a step past the defender, but the ball was a step short of the receiver. Here we go. 2nd and 10 with 39 seconds left in the game. Fracassi to pass. He's got, that was Keegan McGrath with the catch. He's got the first down, and the ball's down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. We've got 32 seconds left in the game. Fracassi goes under center, spikes the ball.
Oopsie. Little jump.
And the Lions fans out there, there's a little unnecessary roughness, but that's football.
Why didn't they call that? No, they didn't put him. What? I guess not.
We snapped the ball.
I have no idea.
Here goes the Lions, 2nd and 10 from the 19. Hand off to Camoris, and he's stuffed right in the middle of the line there at the right at the line of scrimmage. So we've got a timeout. That'll be 3rd and 10.
No, that was a run.
It's 3rd down and we're gonna pass. Keegan rolling out, and that's well. Connor Fracassi's pass is no good. Rolling out to his right, and ran out of real estate. That makes it 4th and 10 with 16 seconds left. And I see Connor Harris walking out on the field. Connor McCullum, the holder. They're right at the center between the hash marks. And timeout called. It looks like Dexter called a timeout there, trying to get the kicker to think about it. So 4th and 9 for the Lions, and they're trying to. The ball is down. It's up. No good. Ball was just off to the right, and it is tied 24-24 with 12 seconds to go here in the left in the game. Certainly had enough distance, high enough, but just off to the. It appeared to be off to the right. Dexter's got some new life. They get the ball at the 19-yard line, and they'll have 12 seconds left in the game.
Listen, don't start with me.
We'll see what they do.
I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to be taken off his duty.
So they got trips to the right, to the left, And he's back to pass. They got him under pressure. And that was Jesse Powell chasing down the quarterback, who just throws it into the ground there to save from getting sacked. 7 seconds left in a tie ball game.
Kristen just texted and said, "One today I was 1 for 1 in hoops. I didn't even know she had a game." I didn't. And you're cheering for your son's team to lose? She's a good OT. She's no empathy.
And they're going to just take a knee and go into overtime. Well, folks, you couldn't ask for a more exciting game than what we've had here tonight, and here we'll be right back after for the start of overtime. Well, here we are at the start of overtime. South Lyon gets the first possession. They won the toss, chose to take the ball, and they'll start from the 10-yard line. Percassi keeps it. And he's taken right down by the blitzing number 23. Jordan Watson made a great defensive play there. So that puts the Lions back at the 12-yard line. Second and 12 here in overtime. We got Ronnie Menard in the backfield along with Mitch Camoris. Handoff is to Camoris. He's got a pile in the middle, and he gets back over past the original line of scrimmage and down to about the 6 or 7 yard line.
54, I'm guessing?
So the Lions are down at the about the 7 yard line. Third down.
That's my favorite chair. It's like who doesn't want to touch
And
Dexter.
3rd and 8 there you have it marked as. Menard in motion. Percassi, oh my gosh, Menard was wide open, standing all alone out there. Percassi looked like he was going to run, pulled up, and hit the wide open Menard for a touchdown. So the Lions score first here in overtime. And the Lions line up for the extra point and do the old Captain Jack, but Dexter had it covered.
They go, then the next time they go like it's so silly, these rules. It doesn't go on. That's true.
And Harris's kick is up and good, making the score 30-24. And now Dexter will get their turn. We got a flag on the extra point. I don't know what they do with that on in OT. We'll find out. All right, well, here we go. And Dexter back to pass. They got a rush on him, and he throws the ball out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
And Dexter actually starting from their 15 due to the penalty on roughing the kicker on our extra point. So that's 2nd and 15 for Dexter now. And there is no clock running in overtime, although there is a play clock, but the refs keep that down on the field. So here they go, Dexter coming out. The South Lyon fans are loud. And it's 20 in motion. Quarterback's rolling out. He's looking to pass. And that one is incomplete. Looks like it was intended for number 20 or 21.
Who was that? Uh-oh. Los Angeles.
And he's still down, but he pops up.
Oh, wait. 21. Oh, wait. That's not incomplete area.
It's now 3rd and 15 for Dexter. And 21, Andy Duran. Trying to make a diving catch there, but they say that it did the old skip to my Lou off the carpet. And here you can hear that South Lyon fans again getting loud. The bleachers are full. The band's down on the track. And here they go. Back pass again. The ball's up in the air, and that one is overthrown, but we've got a penalty.
That will be
Flag on the play. They're pointing in the South Lyon direction.
You think that's a problem? You can't grab them like that? Oh, yeah, pretty much, yeah. No. It depends on where it is. Happens. I think it's probably 10. I think.
Well, we'll see what they call here.
Who knows?
It's still 3rd down. It was holding, which would make it a 5-yard penalty and not the automatic first down. So 3rd and 10. And they got the blitz on. Mitch Camoris almost got to him. And it's intercepted. Steven Shelton with the interception in the end zone, and the Lions win. 31-24 here in overtime. In the jungle, the Lions keep their winning streak alive. Now 10-0. I'll tell you, that Dexter team was one heck of a passing team, and the Lions stood up to them and won it here in overtime. So with that, we'll be right back with our post-game comments, and congratulations to the Lions and also to South Lyon East, who won tonight at Bradenton at Ortonville Bradenton. They won 22-15. So great game here tonight, and hats off to the Lions extending their winning streak to 10-0.
I can't believe they played them that hard. That was really good for them.
Well, folks, your final score here tonight: the South Lyon Lions 31, the Dexter Dreadnoughts 24, an overtime finish in the first overtime. I need a physician to come and take a look at me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm operating all right inside here. An incredible game. I had a feeling it'd be close. I really didn't need it to be that close.
No, and when I saw the stats at how much they put up in the air, and then saw the players they had that came out on the field here, they had playmakers, and we answered them obviously, but had to go into overtime. And like I said earlier, it was no place for a nervous person out here tonight.
You couldn't be more right as the little Mickey Redmond right there, right? So let's just kind of recap. I mean, Ronnie Menard, huge game. And credit to, I mean, guys were getting dinged. Ian got dinged. We lost Dom at one point. I mean, all of a sudden we're going through our stable of running backs, and the Lions were able to produce the next man up.
They did. They had a couple of guys from the JV that got a lot of playing time out there. We went from a speed team to a bull rushing team, right, with Mitch Camoris out there filling in the last quarter. And, losing Goins, who appeared to be an ankle, Santoni, who's very much like Goins. The coaches did a great job of getting the next man up and getting them ready and running an offense with the players that we had out there. I think that was key. Credit
to the staff here, and credit to the staff throughout the program, and bringing these kids up, and being able to plug people in from the JV level. You don't expect to have to do that in the first round of the playoffs, but we saw that here tonight. And I'm not going to say there wasn't a few speed bumps along the way, but the kids got it done.
They did. And, there was a fairly penalty-free game for the Lions. When you have new kids playing, especially coming up from JV, it's easy to have people jumping off sides or not being ready. We had Goins and Santoni, I think, play on the kickoff and kick return. So when they went down, and the next guy was ready to go.
Yep.
So you got to give credit to the coaches for having them, and to the kids for having their head in the game and being ready to go.
Yeah, and I can't help but think it didn't do anything to help me in my heart rate down there.
Right.
But the kids being in close games multiple times throughout the season and obviously never doubting themselves and the coaching staff knowing how to handle it. Quite honestly, probably one of the best football games I've seen in some time here.
Oh, it was a great game to watch. It kept looking like in the first half, whoever had the ball last was going to win.
Yeah.
Then the third quarter, nobody scored. And Dexter had that one fluke touchdown. I mean, two of our guys going for the ball. It pops up 20 feet in the air, and the guy comes down with it, and our guys are on the ground after running into each other, and he runs in for a touchdown with 30 seconds left to go in the half.
That's the stuff that you start to be like, oh, boy.
That gave me a pulmonary issue.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the rehash. I'm sure we're missing 500,000 things of action that happened in there, but it was back and forth, a great high school football game. Really the reason you play the game, the reason you come and watch the game. I mean, really, there's just no other place you'd rather be tonight than a home playoff game at the Jungle. And the Lions pull it off in a cardiac kid fashion like they have all year. Again, the final score 31-24. Moving on to our players of the game. It was tough, but it was easy. I mean, Ronnie Menard is your Pins player of the game, number 15 with 3 touchdowns tonight. An incredible performance by him. He's had a great year all year long, and credit to him. Just making plays when the team needed him. And then our tough guy, pretty easy too, because young man made a great play in the overtime to seal the deal.
Right, Jake Newman. And then in the first half, he made that interception to stop them on their first drive.
Yeah.
I think that was really key because they were building confidence, and Jake took that away from them.
Yeah. So credit to Dexter on an incredible performance and a great season for them. They'll finish 6-4. Looking ahead to next week, it'll be the Walled Lake Western Warriors returning to the Jungle. And I got to tell you, it could end up being a game just like this. I mean, we saw them a couple weeks ago. That's a talented squad. They have some big name players, some big size players, and the teams are very familiar with each other. So I would encourage you to come on out and check that out. The same time, same place next week, Friday night. Really quickly, briefly, we'd like to congratulate the South Lyon East Cougars on pulling off an upset at Ortonville Brandon High School tonight. The final score from Brandon High School, the South Lyon East Cougars 22, Ortonville Brandon 15. That Ortonville Brandon team 8-1 this year.
Yeah, they were a really good squad, but we saw how good East was. They are a fantastic team. They're explosive, and it's great to see them get their first playoff win in their football program.
Absolutely, yeah. So kudos to the coaching staff and the kids over at South Lyon East. Do you have anything else to wrap it up here tonight, Brian?
Well, I'll tell you, I can't believe one that we pulled it off in overtime. And like I said, the kids have been staring at adversity all year long, and it doesn't seem to faze them.
Yeah.
They don't get nervous. You didn't see people jumping off sides or, Connor overthrowing people. Ronnie was wide open out there, and he stuck it right in his gut. So I just give credit to this team. They're fun to watch, and hope it keeps going.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. That's a great way to put it. Again, your final score tonight, the South Lyon Lions 31, the Dexter Dreadnoughts 24. For Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera. Remember, folks, it's a great day to be living in America, and we'll see you next week back at the Jungle for the district final against Walled Lake Western.